Hello, it's Janice from Welcome to Shavalot. I just finished my live on the DIY paint page. So I'm on here now and I have things I want to show you. So let me say hi. It's not letting me. Huh, do you boy. Okay, so anyway, um, I have to just try to get this camera angle. There we go. So I'm painting a piece, and I am this piece right here. I painted it on the DIY paint page. I had the excellent angle on the DIY paint page, and I can't get it back. So if you're there, let me know who you're here. So this piece right here, this piece is an old vintage end table that Randy had in his house. Sorry, I will get this. That Randy had in his house. And it was the dark wood. So I have painted it. I've painted it with a lot of different colors. And I'm calling it the drop cloth finish. So so we finished this side tonight. It's just a lot of colors, you guys. It's you'll have to let me know what you think about it. I like it a lot. All right, I'm just gonna stay there. So the colors that I sanded it, I waxed it. It's nice and smooth. So I'm going to show you how I did it on this side. So I already added petticoat pink. Well, you can't really see it on there, but there's petticoat pink, faded burlap, Old 57, cake batter, and water lily. And there's a little bit of weathered wood inside there. There's clear wax, white wax, and dark wax on this piece, you guys. So it's nice and smooth. There's a little sheen where you could see where I waxed it. I added these colors with a palette knife. So, Yamiko DeBold, hello from Texas. Hello, how are you? So I was working with the old 57 and I spilled the whole entire can paint on my floor. I'm not happy. I'm not happy about that. So I have to paint something with it tonight because otherwise it'll dry up. See, look. See if I can show you. Where is it? Oh, where is it? Over there, right? Oh, gosh, I don't know what's wrong with my camera tonight. Anyway, it's a big spill and it's very bad. So, so I want to show you before I move on to that. I want to finish this side. So I'm going to show you how I ended up having it ended up looking like that. So tonight I put the cake batter on in the old 57 with the palette knife. So that means I need to put some petticoat paint. I'm looking for my palette knife. Of course, I can't find it. I have a lot of palette knives, so I can use. I have another one. I'm gonna use this one. It's kind of small. This is a palette knife. I put paint on with palette knives, you guys, for different reasons, and I will tell you why. But this is the petticoat pink. I already had petticoat pink on here. Can you see it? It's already in there. But that was like 2 weeks ago when I did. So I added more colors. Now I'm going to go back to the petticoat paint. You just put a little bit of paint on the back of your palette knife, not too much. Too much. And I'm going to just spread a little bit of petticoat paint with the palette knife. Very randomly. I have enough on my, excuse me, on my cap. So I'm going to use, take the paint off my cap. I'm just randomly adding petticoat paint. I love the old 57. This is old 57, you guys. It's a great, great color. It looks really good with the cake batter. Actually, I don't have enough on that. It's drying up. Paulina, put some plastic wrap on the spilled paint so it won't dry up. So you've spilled paint before? I don't think I have any plastic wrap here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brother Matthew came by yesterday and gave me a bunch of furniture. So I'm going to put the first coat. I wasn't going to paint any of it 057, but I'm painting it 057 now because I just gonna just take it off the floor. So I'll put the first coat of 057 on it. And then tomorrow we'll see what we're gonna do with it. I can have you guys tell me, am I on the right page? Am I on, where am I? Am I on Welcome to Shabalot? Okay, so I'm live on Welcome to Shabalot, my business page. I'm live on, see that? That was cool. I'm live on my Shabalot Facebook, which is a private group, which is a free private group. And the reason why that one's a little different than my business page is on that page, I post a little bit more personal stuff and I tend to be a little bit more laid back when I'm just on my Shabalot page. So you can find that by typing in Shabalot. If you'd like to join, anybody can join the free group. Okay, so there's the petticoat pink. I'm going to do a little bit more. So have you ever used a palette knife before, guys? Tell me if you've used a palette knife before. I use it on canvas. I use it on, I teach painting classes at my store. They're not like painting classes. They're more like a sipping, what do you call those? It's very relaxed painting class. And I have a butterfly class where I walk you through how to paint a butterfly. And we do that with the palette knife. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit more at the bottom. Then once I get all this color on, I'm going to sand it. Get a little bit of distressing going. Okay. A little bit more. The palette knife helps to keep the paint on the raised edges. If I was doing this with a brush, the bristles would want to go in deeper into the crevices. So by using the palette knife, it kind of lays the paint on top of the piece, and it just kind of goes on the raised edges. So I love the old 57, guys. Hi, Chow Bell. Oh, when you spill the water, it's heartbreaking. I mean, not the water, the paint. Why? Why am I keep doing it? That's okay, because I'm going to paint a piece before I leave tonight with all the paint that's on the floor. But I wanted to show you this, what I was working on. I I've been doing this on the DIY paint page, and this is it with all the colors and with all the waxing and the distressing. You can see some distressing in there. I love the way it's coming out. So I'm calling this a kind of like I'm calling this my drop cloth finish. It's just like it's drop cloth, and all my paint is just spilled all over. Well, my floor is my drop cloth. So let me turn this down a little bit. Oh gosh, it's a little bit wrong way. Okay. All right. So yeah. So it looks really cool down here. It looks like yeah, like a drop cloth. So the next color I'm gonna put on is water lily. We painted our yoga frogs with the water lily yesterday. And water lily really pops through. Really pops through. I love the way the hardware came out with that old 57. It's really nice. So put on some water lily the same way. But the thing that you've got to do with this is I have to dry the paint. Hi, Karen Carfagna. How are you? Where are you from? What state are you in? So I'm going to I'm going to dry this petticoat paint, because when I add the water lily, I want the water lily to not blend with the petticoat paint. So it cannot be wet. Petticoat paint cannot be wet. If you don't want the colors to blend, I want the water lily to lay on top. Using my heat gun to dry it. Wait till you see the waxes, guys. Good. Today gotta go. Okay, bye. Thanks for stopping by. Good. I met you at the hat market. My son and I own. Hi, Karen. Um, I'm sorry. I remember our conversation about your name. I did meet your son. He did come in to my store, and I had a nice talk with him about the DIY paints. And it was very nice meeting him. It was very nice meeting you. Thank you for joining. So yeah, where are you watching? Are you watching on my Welcome to Shabalot page or on my Shabalot page? LOL. I don't expect you to. Expect me to what? I don't know. All right. So I think it's dry. I'm gonna take the water lily now, and I'm gonna use my palette knife. This is the water lily, beautiful color. color I painted my frogs. Oh, remember my name. I remember now. Little bit of paint on the back of your brush. A little bit. And the way I did the water lily, look at that. Cool, huh? The way I did the water lily on this one is I just put the water lily on the flowers. So the old 57, the petticoat pink, and the cake batter I put all over the place, but the water lily I only put on the flowers. Don't ask me why. That was just I don't know. That was just what came to me. So a little bit of water lily. I'm just gonna totally randomly put water lily on outside the flowers. This is a beautiful vintage piece. It was very, very dark wood. I have to what I'm doing here. I'm going to be back here. It was really dark wood, and now it's not anymore. Not dark wood anymore. I hope somebody will like this someday. I have another piece. I have two pieces of the exact same thing. So I'm going to have to do this on the other piece as well. So it's going to be a matching set. There's a lot of storage in here. It's very shabby. My style of painting most of the time is pretty shabby. Very, very very raw. Looks like I love the way this is looking, you guys. Love it. I need to check back with you. Post when your paint order comes in. I need the bigger cans to paint my cupboards. Okay, Karen. Karen's painting her kitchen cabinet. She's going to paint them in Gravel Road, which is a light gray. And my order, I have a huge order, a huge shipment coming in. It's very slow. DIY is taking the shipments from DIY are taking a long time since the pandemic hit. So I'm expecting it within like 2 weeks or more. Might even be 3 weeks. So if you're here, please say hello. So so we added all those colors. And now what I need to do is now my next step is I'm going to sand it. So I have my sander got wet because in addition to dropping paint, I also dropped a cup of water. Oh my goodness. So I understand everything's so shipping. I am patient. Oh good, I'm glad. I know you are. Thank you very much. So since I didn't put any water lily up here, I'm gonna start sanding there because I don't want to sand where any of the paint is wet. Now I sand pretty heavily. Hi from Texas. What is wrong with my, there we go. Hi from Texas. How are you in Texas? I can't see your name. I can only see Facebook user for your name. You have to give StreamYard permission to give me your name, or you could just type it in. So what do you think? This is what I'm calling the drop cloth finish. Coming closer and see that. See the cake batter, petticoat pink, old 57. I love it. This is the side that's already been sanded and waxed. It's so soft and smooth. But now I'm sanding. Oh, okay. So what did I do with, oh, it's right here. So now when it's sand, I'm a pretty heavy sander, you guys. So there's two things I want to accomplish with the sanding. I want to get some light distressing in the corners. Just some light distressing, not too much. Can you see that right there that I did that? Not too much. And I can actually make that go into the other side. So the distressing. So we'll get some light distressing, and we will also, it just smooths the surface. The wood will be nice and smooth. See the inside? Well, you can see I didn't paint the inside. I'm not going to paint the inside. But it's nice and roomy in there. I like to distress I like to sand the hardware too. Maybe expose some of the metal underneath. It's a workout, guys. Love it. Love the colors. Karen Fraser. Hi, Karen Fraser. You love the colors? Yeah, the DIY. Am I yelling? Am I talking too loud? So I really like the way the wood, the metal is getting exposed. On the hardware. That looks really beautiful. Yeah. Did I do that? I did that on this side, but maybe not enough. It's really pretty. See a little bit of the metal come out. Now this one has a lot of 057 on the handle. And this one, I didn't put any 057. Oh, so guess what I have to do? I have to take the 057 off the floor because I spilled my 057. I spilled the big container of the 057. It's on the floor. See? So I'm gonna take a little with my palette knife, and jeepers, it's already starting to get hard. I'm really gonna get, and I'm gonna put a little bit of 057 on the hardware. Just a little. Like that. And then when it dries, I'll sand it. I'll sand it some more. Okay, so all right, back to sanding. So try to get some distressing. See, this is a clay-based paint, you guys. This DIY paint is a clay-based paint. So it's not, so it's a very strong finish, very sturdy finish. All right, now I'm gonna try to sand. Now I'm gonna be sanding the flowers. Try to get some distressing. Yeah, I got some. Okay, see, look. Get some distressing on the flowers. I want some distressing on the little bud there in the middle. All right, and then you take your cloth. Where's my cloth now? Okay. You take a cloth and then you wipe all that sand off away. So it feels smoother. So I like to go around the whole piece, make sure it's very smooth. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is step back for a moment, make sure that looks okay. Yep. And now I'm going to wax it with the clear wax. No, love the colors. They, no, the dots are not gonna look exactly the same because this is a hand painted piece. So, you know, they're not gonna be exactly the same. This is faded burlap, you guys. This color here, it's faded burlap. But it looks a little bit grayer because I have a dark wax on it. All right, so it looks a little lighter here, right? Because it hasn't been waxed yet. Okay, so I'm going to all right, so my clear wax, you're gonna see that when I put the clear wax on, it's going to deepen the color. So really cool. So say bye-bye. It's not gonna be this bright anymore. The colors are, I put a lot more colors on this side, a lot more 57 on this side than I did that side. So it's definitely gonna be different. See how it's deepened that color? Do you see how it's darker? It's really deep in that color. So this is called I made this up. It's called my drop cloth finish. I think I made it up. I don't know if anybody else has called it that, but that's what I'm calling it. kind of looks like my drop cloth. I like it. Do you guys like it? Let me know what you think of this finish with all these different colors. Get into the flowers now. Whew. Definitely a workout. Karen, how are you? Oh, sounds good. Okay. Um, this is faded burlap, this color, but it almost looks like a gray when it's darkened up with the waxes. Yeah, see how it looks almost like a gray because there's dark wax on there. I'm going to just put a little bit more clear wax. You like it? Thank you. I'm glad. Wait till you see. This is just the clear wax. We still have to do the dark wax and the white wax. And there are other colors. Somebody in the DIY channel was saying that a little bit of shipwreck would be nice on this. Shipwreck is DIY's turquoise colored wax. All right, so that's good. I'm running out of clear wax, you guys. My water needs to get in here. Okay. All right. Woo! Great workout, you guys. All right, the colors look really bright because the clear wax, the clay has absorbed the moisture from the clear wax. So it deepens the colors, but that'll eventually go away. When it dries, it will be less bright. The next thing we're gonna do is the DIY dark wax. We're gonna do now. Very little on the brush. Because I don't want too much. I'm gonna start just by putting it in the corners, on the edges. Whoop, look at all that, way too much. Way too much, Janice. Okay. Put it around the hardware. Way too much. On this side, that's after you buff it in. So I gotta buff in the dark wax. Definitely gives it some depth, dark wax. Here's dark wax on. Take the same cloth and now I'm gonna wipe off the dark wax. This is part of the process, you guys, the furniture painting. This part, the fun part of waxing is seeing the results, but this rubbing it off part, the buffing of the hands, is not the best part, but it's very necessary. And when I get the white wax on here, the white wax is gonna mute that dark wax also, so that'll be good, because I did a lot of, I'm not concerned, because it's gonna be fine. Ooh. In the middle of the flowers. Buffing this also gives it, all of the details are popping, yay! Yeah, so that's what the, that's what dark wax does, right? It really accentuates the crevices. Okay, so the dark wax is kind of heavy because I have, I'm really buffing it really well. And the other reason why you buff it is because it gives it a nice sheen too. So when the waxes, they make the wood feel so much nicer. Sanding it and the wax really makes the wood feel creamy. Okay. Now I'm just gonna do this bottom part and then we'll do the white wax. And then we'll be done with this. I still have a lot more to go on this piece. This is an octagon, you guys, so there's like 6 sides. This is only 2 sides, but the other sides, thank goodness, are blank. So I won't be having to, it'll be much easier. I'm not sure how I'm gonna have these sides look. There'll be some kind of a blend. We've got the faded burlap blending into the water lily on here, and then all of the other 3 colors I put on, but I'm not sure what the middle is gonna look like, so we'll see. So for now, I'm just gonna continue with this piece. Get inside those petals. All right, you guys. I think that's pretty good. Now we're gonna do the white wax. I'm getting a workout just sitting here. I'm sitting down, but I'm sweating from doing this. And it's buffing. Hello. So I ran out of battery. I'm only at 1%. So I really wanted to show you the process of the white wax, but I'm going to wait until I get a little bit more battery, and I will be back on. Well, maybe it'll stay on. Let me put the phone back on the tripod. Whoop. I wonder why. Yeah. Whoop. Okay, now it's upside down, right? Whoop. There we go. So I'm going to try to do the white wax now. It's still at 1%, so I might die. But I really want you to see the white wax because it's really cool how the white wax just changes it. Here's my white wax. Oh, here's the white wax brush. White wax brush. That's not white wax. This is the dark wax. Where is the white wax? There's the white wax. White wax. Okay. So, all right. Here's the DIY white wax. I'm going to put not too much. I'm going to put it in and I'm going to wipe it off because it comes out really fast. So, now look at these colors. They're really popping, right? Now watch what happens when I put the white wax on. And it also mutes the dark wax. They all kind of work in tandem with each other. This is a great brush for the DIY for the wax. I like this one because it's got a shorter handle, so it's easier for me to use. The longer handle. And then once I put the white wax on, then I gotta buff it again. The buffing is giving it a really nice sheen, really nice sheen. Yeah, it's starting to look now, right? Now they're starting to look alike. This one has a lot more old 57, guys. This side has a lot more old 57. I think that's okay. But if it starts to bug me as I'm looking at it all week, or as I'm working on it, I can always just add more old 57 to this side. I think it's good because it's supposed to be totally random. It's like the colors are they just dropped. Remember, there's a drop cloth finish. Okay, so that's all the white wax. It doesn't take long. Now I'm gonna, okay. So now I'm gonna take my floor, and now I'm gonna buff in the white wax, and it's gonna give me a nice sheen. The buffing's gonna give me a nice sheen. I love seeing that shine come through. So it keeps me going with the buffing. I want a lot of that sheen. It's so pretty. Yeah, they look pretty similar. That's what the difference the waxes make. The white wax, the clear wax. The dark wax. Nothing gives it that nice sheen. All right, you guys. Okay. All right, guys. So I don't even know if anybody's on. Oh, I think one person's on. Hello. I didn't have my camera right. So now you'll be able to see that sheen on the top there. That's from the waxes. Feels like butter. Butter, 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 butter. So we've got the distressing going on. All these colors, you've got the waxes. Beautiful. I like it. It's funky. It's lots of colors. So there's what we did today with you. This is what I did in the DIY page. So they look pretty similar. You'll be able to see both sides at once. Yeah, so you can so this side's got a lot more 057. But I'm loving the shine, you guys. So imagine this in a bedroom or somebody's living room. This would be the front, kind of points out like it's this octagon shape, and that's what it would look like. And so I'm pretty much done with these sides. I love it, guys. I really do. I really love it. Pretty much done with these sides. But now I got to figure out what to do. Oh, there's my palette knife I was looking for. I got to figure out what to do on all of the empty spaces. And then I have a whole nother one to do. So it's going to be a matching set. So anyway, all right, guys, thanks so much for joining. This is day 5 of my 30-day live marathon. I'm gonna paint a piece with that paint that's on the floor before I leave. And then I'm gonna go home. Okay? Bye, guys. Have a good night. Thanks again for joining. Okay, gotta figure out how to whoop. And whew.